Hi everyone, this is Diane. I am beginning to go through each section of my studio to organize it and declutter, destash I should say. So I'm starting with the book covers because they are the beginning of my room right here. And I have these 5 milk crates stacked and they were full of books. Right now, all the books are on a table. Book covers, I should say. Some of them are books, but most are book covers. What you see here that's still there are just solid color, plain books that I get at the library for $1 a bag or something like that, or books I've read and don't want to keep. I might keep the cover. So those are just generic covers that I can use to put a image on. I'll usually Mod Podge an image to them. So let me show you the table. I have this table. Look at that. So I think it gives me anxiety to think about trying to make journals out of every single one of these books. So something has to be done. There is no way that I could ever create this many journals. And I also make journals out of fabric, and I have another container that has unusual materials like lacing cards and things like that I like to make journals out of. So I would want to make journals out of more than these. So I'll show you the categories that I've divided them up into, and then I'm going to go through each category, probably not right now, but and maybe if you want me to, I'll do it on camera. I'll look through each stack and weed some out, which is going to be very hard for me to do. So here's what we have. These are school books, high school and grade school, larger size school books, and right next to them is a huge stack of readers, elementary readers. So I love all of these. I won't want to give any of those up, but I'm going to have to. Here I called this pile the pretty antiques. So they're the older books. Some of them are very old like that have pretty covers. So that's what that pile is. And there are quite a few. One of them is a full book, so that makes the pile higher. These are just small books. And right next to it is the little Rand McNally Elf books or the Telltale books. This pile that I tipped over is all recipe books. This, I'm calling this the youth novel. So it's Donna Parker, there's Heidi. That, just little chapter books really, but novels for youth. Here is miscellaneous. So this is a cover I made with wallpaper and chipboard, but mostly they're book covers. So a couple of Reader's Digest books. I'm surprised I only had 2 of those left. That electricity book that I just got, I didn't take it apart, but I like that cover. So just miscellaneous types of covers. This section here in the middle was a very tall stack that I separated because it was all books that I collect ephemera for, or papers or fabric. So they're my themed ones. So this is religious, faith books, farm, Raggedy Ann. I have a lot. I don't need any more Raggedy Ann books. I have just this one Dutch Twins book because I'm making a Dutch journal for myself. And I have Heidi. I also have Heidi in Golden Books, Holly Hobby, and Barbie. And then I have 2 books that can be used for like a secretary book or something like that. That is actually the Secretary's Handbook, and this is a typing book. So office, typing, secretary, journal. All right, back here. Oh, I skipped over this. This pile is the grungy books, really fun grungy books. And then I have some little ledgers. I don't think I have any big ones anymore. Ledgers and books like that. And this is domestic arts books. And that includes one Christmas one right there. And my golden books and the like. So I have a pile of Bonnie books, a tall stack of golden books. This is the Rand McNally books. And these are the golden books that would also be with a theme. And then this pile is books that I already decided to destash. So we'll show those in a different video. This tall stack right here, this is large format books. And I know I need to destash some of those. So I just wanted to show this to you before I start destashing. So maybe I will tack it onto this video because this is a short video. So I guess I will start destashing and tack it onto this video so you can see what books I will keep and what books I will put in my shop. And it doesn't, book covers, and it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to put them in the shop right away, but I will try to get them in rather quickly. So tell me what you think about all of this nonsense. I love books and book covers, and it's exciting to me to think about making journals out of all of these books. I can envision the awesome journals that these books would make, so it makes it really hard to pass them on. But I need to just focus on the ones that will really get me excited to create and inspire me. That's how I'm going to have to do it. So come on back, or stay tuned, stay right here, and I'll be right back with, I'll move to my other table with a stack of books and we'll start sorting. All right, I hope the lighting is going to be okay. I decided to just leave the books on this table, and I brought my floor lamp over here, and I have my tripod set up, so I'm just going to start going through these books. I don't want to start with one that's going to be hard for me to do, but they're all going to be hard for me to do, to give things up, you know? They're all going to be hard for that. Let's start with this. Let's start with this little pile right here. These little Rand McNally Junior Elf books. I just put some little books in my shop this morning. Today's Sunday as I'm making this video. So some of them have sold and some have not, but I do have more little books to look through. Actually, hold that thought. I already went through the little books and I ended up with this pile to destash. So I'll probably end up keeping these. And these are the golden books and similar type of books that I am destashing. But I do want to destash more golden books because I have way more than I can use. So I like this one. I don't think this is good enough to use the cover anyway. It looks like it's mildewed. So yeah, it's got mildew, so we can't keep that. So I'm going to just dispose of this, and I can cut up whatever pages are good. There's a lot of writing on the pages. I really like this book, partly because the illustrations are so cute, and partly because I really love the colors. So I think I'll keep that one. And I love this one. That's Where You Live. I also love the colors on that. And it's about houses. Where do the animals live? And then it talks about the child's house, maybe what kind of different houses children live in. So I think I want to keep that one. The Happy Book. So cute, and it's so different. This is a Whitman Telltale. I just think it's so cute. This one I will not dispose of. I really want to make a journal out of this. It's adorable. This one's cute. I love the illustrations, and I like the monkeys. They're adorable. So even if I didn't want to make a journal out of the cover, I would probably keep it to cut images out. And then this cat. I have to keep all of these. So that was fruitless. Got rid of one cover. let's look at the rest of these little books that I have here. The little quiz book. I took the pages out, which is what I really wanted this book for. I don't know if anybody would want to make a little journal out of this. I don't feel the need to. So I'm going to set it in the discard pile, and I don't know if I'll list it in my shop or not. It's a cute little book. And then I love these. They're so tiny. More and More Ant and Bee and Ant and Bee and the ABC. I think they're really cute, and I love the size and shape, and they are written in, and they're pretty old, 1966. I'm going to hang on to those for now. Now I have these children's books that are all pretty similar. I've had these for a while. When Little Thoughts Go Rhyming, that is just adorable. The problem with the little books is I put just as much work, or just about as much work, into the little books as the big ones. If I'm going to make a journal with, maybe I would make it with 2 signatures instead of 3. But I feel like I can't charge as much for them because they're small. So that's the only problem with doing the little books. But I think I'm going to keep these, and I think I'm going to have fun making little books. This is Doings of Little Bear, and then we have the 3 Bears, which I already deconstructed, but I have the pages, and Cinderella. I love this one, 4 Little Kittens with the photographs, and it's a landscape version. It has all the pictures. It's upside down in there, but, and the Camel with the Wrinkled Knees is a Raggedy Ann book. So I'm going to hang on to that for now. I'm going to put it in my Raggedy Ann stack. And this is a recent acquisition. And we don't find Ladybird books very often here. They are a UK publication. But I really like these pages. So I'm keeping all these little books, except for that one little quiz book. Okay, let's look at the cookbooks. Recipes for Good Eating. This is just a booklet, but I would take this cover and Mod Podge it to a hardback book. So I really like that picture. Do I have any more booklets? This one's a paperback, and this one. Yep, that's it. So this is similar to that one. They're both by Crisco. This one's thicker, but again, it's a really cute mid-century photograph. 1948. $1945. And then this one, I love this one, so I will definitely make a fun cookbook with that. And this one is 1955. Then I have this one. I'll definitely use that. I love it. I don't know how old it is. It's in really good condition. I wonder if it's a reprint. It is 1955. Doesn't have any other date. Doesn't have a barcode, so maybe it really is that old. Just wasn't used much or at all. And I have another children's one, a couple more. The Junior Cookbook, I want to use that one. And Kitchen Fun, I have to use that one. So far I'm doing great destashing, right? These I really want. I got those last year at the flea market, but I love these covers. I just haven't done any recipe journals since I bought those. This one is a small book, and I love the gingham. It's called Good Meals and How to Prepare Them. And I thought it would be, it's in good condition. I thought it would be a good, like a 1940s, 30s or 40s style of journal. Probably was from the 1930s or 40s. This is a cool book, and the spine is intact. I'm going to think about that. This one is from the 1920s or 30s. 1930. The Art of Cooking and Serving. I might be able to let that one go, although I absolutely love it. But if I had to choose between that and some of these, I think I would let this one go. I told you this was going to be hard. Then, in addition to this one, I have Culinary Arts Institute Encyclopedic Cookbook. I thought this was a really cool cover. It looks mid-century. I want to see if I'm able to get this off cleanly. This was from a thrift store, and I bought it in March of this year. Yes, that comes off nicely. It's got a little stickiness there, but I can clean that off. So this is a really, I love the, looks like a salad set right there. Spoon and fork for salads. I didn't save a lot of the pages, but I saved some. So I'm going to have to make a decision on some of these books. I don't need all of these. Oh, look, I have another one of these. This one is in worse condition. It's got some staining there. And this one also says 1955. So I'm going to let this one go. If nobody wants it because of the staining, there's stains on the pages. Pages are not ripped or anything. They're not written on. They're just vintage looking. But if nobody wants this, I'd be able to cut the pages up happily. So I'll put it in my shop for now, or when I get around to it. So now I have 4 of these nice, thick, the spines are big, cookbooks, and I need to make a choice on which ones I'm going to keep. Pretty soon I'll have more space here to work. This one is really pretty, the American Woman's Cookbook. I got The Joy of Cooking at the same thrift store. Well, I know I'm going to be able to get it off. Yeah, there it goes. So I think I'm going to, I don't know, maybe keep these 2 and let these 2 go. This is so lovely, though. I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm going to let these 2 go. Okay. This pile is what I'm calling the beautiful antiques. So they are mostly antique books, but they have really pretty covers. This is in the Shillings Court, and I love this. Look at that spine. I'm keeping that. This one is pretty plain. It's not antique, but I loved this to Mod Podge to the front of it. I wonder if I let this book go, should I Mod Podge the image to it first? I really like that cover, but I think I can let it go. Tell me if you think I should Mod Podge that before I sell it. Days Off by Henry Van Dyke with this really beautiful, almost like an Art Deco design, and there's nothing inside, it's just the cover. I think I can let someone else work with that. Longfellow's Poems. I love this cottage image, these colors. They're my colors. I'm gonna keep that. I love this image, and I love this. I've had this for years, and I've been wanting to make myself a journal with this adorable little book. This is Tarbell's Lessons in Language. I think I got this one just this year, so I can keep the pages or some of the pages, and I do like this book though. We have Daisy Brooks. Look how pretty she is. There's a little water staining here. I'm gonna let it go, and I'll let this one go. I've had this for years too. Probably got it about the same time as this one. It's called The Firelight Stories. There, it's there. And this one I just got with the textured cover. And this one is open for whatever you want to add to it. I could do a collage, or this is really rough here. I would have to wrap some fabric or something around that. But I could add an image to it, or do a collage on it, or just add a book plate with a title in it or something. I'm going to let that one go. I love it. And I'll let it go with all of the pages in it. That way I can ship it with media mail. All right, I've got some large school books here. Challenges in Science. I really like these kinds because I like to just make eclectic journals with them. Science Around You. I think I could let that one go. How Do We Know? I love this picture here. I'm going to keep this one. Oh, this isn't a large book, but it's also not a reader. So these are just vintage school books. I love this cover. Elementary English in Action. And Upton Arithmetic. I love the school books. And then I have two that are landscape, which I really want to do. So I'm keeping more of the school books. I'm letting one go. I have a big stack of readers that I haven't gotten to. That one's going to be hard. So I'm doing the ones that are maybe not so hard. And you can tell I'm still having a hard time with them. So I have these two Reader's Digest books. I have disposed or discarded. Oh, it's more than two. If I have I don't know if I have the other piece of this one. I'll have to set that aside. I like those stripes. I have these two though. I had already destashed most of my Reader's Digest books, and I haven't been finding any this year. I don't think I found many or any last year. But these are unique. I've never used those covers, but they're smaller than what I normally do. But I may need them just for like a neutral kind of cover for like a non-theme journal or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to hang on to them. This one is just chipboard that I glued wallpaper to. This is a newer wallpaper from a sample book, and this is vintage wallpaper. And I never made a cover out of it, but I don't think I would get much for it. Wouldn't be worth it to spend the time to make the listing. So I can create something pretty with that. And here is another new book that's from one of my more recent hauls, Applied Electricity, and I love that swirly cover. And I can take the pages out so that this takes up less room on my shelf. All of these pages are rounded. And, oh yeah, it has the blueprints in the back. So I'll keep that one. This stack is miscellaneous. Didn't really go in any of the categories I had. I'm keeping this one. I bought two of these from one vendor, and I sold one. This one I'm keeping, and I kept all the pages in it, so I can use those when I make this journal. This one is, I think it's in Italian, and it's a rabbit, or it's about the duck, the disobedient duck, or the mischievous duck, however you want to translate that. Looks like disobedient, but I think an English title would be The Mischievous Duckling. 1966. I paid $4 for this, and the illustrations are cute, and I like that it's in Italian, so I'll keep it. I have this, and I also have, I guess this is the only cover I have that has a horse on it. So I'm going to hang on to this in case I decide to make one for my nephew that lives in Florida, and they visited us recently, and we visited them. They have a house up here too, about a half hour away. I spoke about them, and his new wife's adult daughter, she's 20, loves horses, and said, if you ever make a horse journal, and left that sentence hanging in the air. So I've been finding horse stuff, so just in case, I'm going to keep that, make a horse journal for her. I had this in my shop at one time, but I was asking more than I normally do for a book because I looked it up on Etsy and they were asking a lot for it, even though the spine is missing. I think nobody wanted to pay the price I had for it, but I didn't want to make it less. So I'm keeping it, and maybe I'll make a journal for my nephew's stepdaughter. This is a really pretty book, the Winston Dictionary for Children. It just has a couple of appendix pages in it. That's really pretty. That would make a great journal. It's all worn. I'll think about that. This one I definitely want. I paid a lot of money for this one, more than I normally do. So I want to keep that and make something out of it. I think I can let this one go. This one's an antique. Making Fun for Everyone. Pretty sure I didn't pay $14.50 for it. Oh, the pictures are so cute. It's a little bit flexible. I'll let one of these go. This one doesn't have any pages. Actually, I'll let them both go, I think. This one is a fun one. I just like the advertising on it, so I'll keep that. This is one I've been intending to make for me. I remember I paid $8 for this book, which is more than I normally, or maybe it's $6. I spent $6 for this book, and I don't usually spend that much on a book I'm just going to take apart, but I loved this cover, and I wanted to make myself a journal, so that's mine. Grimm's Fairy Tales. I think this is really cute. It's one of the more thin covers, and it's marked $12. I know I didn't pay that. With the pulpy papers, so it's really not a good quality book. This is dirty on the back, so I'd have to cover that. But I have some fairy tale images that I could include, just make it a fairy tale journal. And this one is, I'm keeping the Young Children's Encyclopedia. I'll keep that one. So I guess I'm going to, from that pile, I got rid of 3. Let me look again. I don't even remember where I got this. Did I get it in a Happy Mail? All right. This is my youth novel pile. I'm going to put all the Donna Parkers in one pile. Oh, this isn't a youth novel. This is an easy reader, but I really love this cover. And I have some Annette's. I think I only have one of Janet Lennon, so this pile is for the one-offs. Here's a Donna Parker. Oh, this is adult novels, but I put them in this pile. They're dust jackets, but I thought they're kind of like the Harlequin romance novels that I just did with the, I don't know, cheesy kind of covers. So I thought they would be fun to Mod Podge those images. And we have that one. And this one isn't a novel, but it's poems. I really love this cover. So I think I can let this one go. And this one. And I was thinking this would be a fun farm journal, but I have other farm books that I could use, so I'll let that one go. And that one. But I would like to keep this, and I'm going to put this in my pile of themed books. Then I have Donna Parker. Wow, I got rid of a lot of those, and I didn't think I'd want to get rid of any. Okay. A Spring to Remember. Donna Parker Takes a Giant Step. This one is a little different. It's still a Whitman book like these, but this one doesn't have the cellophane coating that sometimes peels off. This one isn't like that. Donna Parker on Her Own, Donna Parker at Cherrydale, and Special Agent. I really love this cover. I like her coat. I want to keep this one, and I love that one. I like them all. I wonder if this will erase. I guess I'll try to remove that. It looks like crayon. And see if I can sell that one. So I'll have two. I'll keep this one. I'm getting rid of some books. Oh, I still have all of these too. All right. I'm still not ready to look at the readers yet. So I'm on to the themed books. So these are the farm ones. I also have, let me get my golden books that are themed. So I think that's this pile. So I have a couple Christmas. This is religious. So I'm going to put these with their themed piles. Raggedy Ann. I do have Little Red Riding Hood ephemera that I can use. I have paper dolls to use. And I have some Heidi books. There's a couple here. And I have two more over here. This would be a recipe book. And Woodland Animals books. I don't really have a collection. I have maybe a little bit. And some more farm. Okay, that's what I wanted. Definitely keeping this one and the paper dolls and that one. These I wonder about, but I love Woodland Animals. And that's an old book. Letter E. It's in great condition. (1948) it says, which clocks with this, that those are definitely old backs. I'm gonna hang on to that. So all of these I'm keeping. Now the farm. See what I need for farm. Cozy Little Farm, Farm Animals. I love the picture on that. Who Lives on the Farm? It's a little bit bigger. Poultry Production. I love this cover. And Farm Ballads. I've had this for a long time. It's a heavy antique cover. I want to use these for farm journals, and I want to use this one. I would like to do, I haven't done a farm journal in a long time, but I would like to do them more often. I love the farm journals. So maybe I'll just keep all of the farm books. Let's look at the faith or religious books. I have these two golden books. I did put some of these in the Destash pile already. This doesn't have to be a religious book, but it is a hymnal, the cover of a hymnal, Triumphant Service Songs. And I don't even know if I would use it for a cover. The corner is bent up here and very frayed. I wasn't sure if I would keep it for a cover, but it is pretty old and it's kind of neat. I like it. This one I really like, Primary Songs, and it's like a Sunday school song. This one also primary songs for the primary class in the Sunday school. I'm going to let this one go. And I think I'll let this one go. It's a picture dictionary of the Bible. I love that font. It's a cover in really good condition. I'll probably take some of the pages to keep, because that's what I bought it for, to use pages in my faith journals, which I don't make a lot of, but I am a person of strong faith, and I'm keeping this one. I bought several of these at a local Bible bookstore. They have a used book section, and I sold all but one because I wanted to make a journal out of this one. Church, school, hymnal for children. So I have 4, and that will be enough for that theme. I probably won't get rid of any out of this pile because these are not, I don't have a lot of each of these themes. So I have the Dutch twins. I actually ordered this from eBay because I needed a cover for my Dutch journal. This one might be small, too small for the ephemera, all the things that, do I need, I don't know if this is light enough here. I want to make a journal with all the stuff that Alette has sent me, my Dutch friend. So this might end up being too small, but I have it for now. That's the only Dutch cover I have, I think. I have 4 Heidi's. Got 4 Heidi's. I'm going to let this one go. I don't want to let the other ones go. Maybe I'll make 3 Heidi journals. I have 1 Holly Hobby. I'm keeping that. 2 Barbie. I'll keep those. I still plan on getting back to those. And that's that pile. Now, Raggedy Ann. I know I just got some books from Selena. Some Raggedy Ann books, the bigger ones. And I don't know that I'll keep them all. This one is just a cover. And I have 4. So I'm going to let this one go and this cover because I've used those for Raggedy Ann journals in the past, but I've never used this one. I may have used this one, but I just love the illustrations. This is not, and neither is this one. I don't think any of the Golden books are illustrated by the original guy, the author, the creator, Johnny Gruelle. This one is Mary McLean. Oh, how many scribbles are in this? Oh, I remember. This one was scribbled up. I guess just at the beginning. Okay, but I love the pictures in this. I'm going to keep those 2. I think I'll let this one go. And I want to make journals out of these 2. I could keep 1 big one, make a big journal. I would definitely keep this one, at least for cutting ephemera out. I'll keep that one, even if I don't use the cover. I think I like this picture, but I don't like the purple background for a Raggedy Ann book. It doesn't go with the colors that I would normally use for Raggedy Ann. But I would use this one. I'll keep that one. And I'm going to let these 2 go. They're adorable. But I have more Raggedy Ann than I need. This one is illustrated by Johnny Gruelle. And it's just one little picture on the inside, or on the front cover. That one's going to go. I don't want to keep making Raggedy Ann journals. So I have 1, because I probably won't use this cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's enough. Okay. went through all of these kind of books, but just in case I need to get rid of more. I love this Bonnie book with that turtle. He's too cute. And I like the Bonnie books that have interesting features on the front cover. Somebody scribbled that all in with pencil. But it would be fun to put, look at that. It would be fun to put something on that first page that you could see through there. Maybe put some acetate here. I'll keep that one. This one is a flip book, and this one is too. These are the last two. I had a collection, a great big collection of books that I got from a store, and I got such a good price. It's a secondhand store, and it's been several years. And several of them, 4 or 5, were flip books like this. And these are the only 2 left. I want to use those. I think I can let this one go. Oh, it's just a cover. Look at that. So cute. I must have used the pages. I love the cover of this. Let's Give a Party. Rabbits, dolls, the Moppet. This is Rag Dolls, the Moppet Surprise Party. So, not getting rid of those. Like I said, I already have a pile of these kind of books that I am. Oh, here's another, this could be a religious book. But this is in bad shape. It's bent here. It's got a couple of bends right here. But the colors are so pretty on this. But I think I might just use this for cutting up. I'll just cut images out of that. This one is in kind of bad shape. They drew mustaches on the children. Very thin line, but they're there. And it looks like pen. So I'm not going to put this in my shop. If I can't get this cleaned up, I'll just cut it. Muggins Big Balloon. I love these pictures of Muggins the mouse. The book isn't in good condition. It's a little, looks like it may have gotten wet. It's not mildewed, but it looks a little, the pages look a little warped. Love that one. Kitten Twins. That's adorable. And this one I've had for a while. I love those pictures. Okay, so we're keeping all of those. All right, let's look at the readers. I have a lot of readers because I love them. Friends and Neighbors. I love this one with the carousel. I kept some of the pages with it. Fun with Us. This one has some red, looks like red electrical tape. Matches the cover, but they wrapped it around. They did a very neat job making the corner there. And then looks like they covered it up with a new end paper. So they did a great job with that. But I really love the pictures in this book. I can't get rid of it. Good reading, a primer. This one is bent. Yeah, it's bent pretty badly. So I think I'll just use the images out of this. They're this kind of images. Here's a Jack and Janet book. I have a lot of pages with this. I could let the cover go with some of the pages, but I will keep a lot of the pages because that's why I bought the book. But someone could make a fun journal with that. I could make a fun journal with it, but I have too many. Fact and Story Readers. What a cute cover for a little gardening book. Let me see how many I have that are this size. Looks like just these. Okay, I'll let this one go. I'll keep these two for now. I might have to get rid of some more. I think I can let this one go. This is a Dick and Jane, very old one. Day in and day out. What a great name for a journal. I had to stop the video because my mother called. And it's just about the two parts of the video that I already made are about the length of the videos that I like to do. So I'm just going to finish up the readers and then I will stop for today and we'll pick up again for another video. So this one is an Alice and Jerry book, Day In and Day Out. I'm keeping that one, and I love Anything Can Happen, I Know a Story, another perfect journal title, and Roundabout. I think I can let this one go. I may keep some of the pages, but I will definitely let some of the pages go with the book. This one's On Cherry Street, and I've had this one before, but it might have had a different cover. But I think the pages are the same. I remember the name, the title of the book. Yeah. Oh, yes, I used some of these in the school books. They're on their way to school. At least that's what I said. They're really on their way to the store. Yeah, there's the school pictures. And I paid a bit for this, but I think I'm going to let this one go in my shop. We have two Dick and Jane books that look like they're from the same publication, the same, what do you call it, release or whatever. I wanted to make myself a journal out of this one because I love Dick and Jane. I grew up with Dick and Jane, well, you know, as a little kid, learning to read. And I love the pink, so I wanted this one. And I had this one before, and it was scribbled on badly, so I couldn't use the cover. So I was really glad to find this one. So I think I would do these together and keep that one. It's got some spots on it that I hope I can get off, but if not, it's mine, so I'll keep it. Here's an older Dick and Jane book that I really like. I love this picture on the front. Wonder if there's a year. 1960. So that was before I would have been reading, but I love that. I'm keeping that one. And these are both newer, maybe from 60s or 70s, I don't know, but I loved these covers. They're just different. And I've had them for a while, but I want to use them. 1965, so not that old, or not that new. My goodness, I can't talk. They're older than I thought. 1963 and 65, yep. So I definitely want to use those. And this one is also going to be mine. Look at that. It's so cute. I love it. So they don't have to be school themed using these books. It doesn't have to be school themed. So this could go along with the Bambi Golden books that I have and do some woodland creature books. And that's where I'm going to stop this video. I did destash a few readers, and I'm proud of myself. Looks like 4 covers. And, well, 4 covers and 1 whole book. And this one will come with some pages. Not too bad. I still have way more covers than I'll ever use, but, you know, one step at a time, right? So I'll be back to do the rest of my covers that I have on the other half of my table. And hopefully that you're interested in seeing the whole process. So I'll do another video. See you soon. Have a creative day. Bye.